Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at what was supposed to be a massive high-stakes game, but it's turned into something a lot stranger.
Yeah.
We're talking about Saturday night at Lambeau Field. It's December 27th, 2025. Packers versus Ravens. And the whole atmosphere just feels off.
Off is a good word for it. I mean, this was circled on the calendar, right? Two potential MVP quarterbacks going head-to-head for playoff seeding. Instead, we get the battle of the backups. It's just unbelievable.
It really is. The injury reports this week were, well, brutal. For Green Bay, their star Jordan Love is officially OUT.
That was downgraded Friday. It's the concussion he got from that really nasty helmet-to-helmet hit last week against Chicago.
And it's not just him. On the other side, Lamar Jackson is also out.
Yep, he was doubtful all week with a back contusion, now officially inactive. That's the second time since 2021 he's had to miss a game in Green Bay.
So for two teams that really went all in this season, to have your franchise guys on the bench for a game like this, it's just a gut punch.
A huge gut punch. So instead of Love versus Jackson, we've got Malik Willis for the Packers.
Who's, by the way, not even 100% himself. He's been battling that illness that's going around the locker room, plus a shoulder thing.
Right. And for Baltimore, it's Tyler Huntley making just his second start this season.
So before we get into the game itself, let's just put into perspective what the Packers are missing without Love.
We really have to, because before the injury, he was playing like an absolute monster. I mean, if you look at the advanced metrics, he was second in the entire league in expected points added per dropback, EPA.
Okay, so for anyone listening who might not follow EPA that closely, what does that actually tell us?
It basically means he wasn't just, getting first downs. He was turning almost every pass play into a significant positive outcome that led to points.
So high-impact plays, consistently.
Exactly. That kind of efficiency is why he was tied for fifth in the MVP odds. Losing that for this game is just catastrophic. And honestly, it leads us into the bigger story of the whole week for this team.
No kidding.
Yeah.
This has been way more than just one injury. It feels like they're running a medical tent, not a football team.
Well, some of our sources are calling it the Omaha Plague.
The Omaha Plague?
Yeah, or the Super Flu. It has just ripped through that locker room. I mean, key players at almost every position.
And you think about the guys who are actually playing tonight while sick. We mentioned Malik Willis, but look at the offensive line.
Right. Guard Aaron Banks has the flu and a neck injury. Sean Ryan has the flu and a knee injury.
Then you have Christian Watson, Bo Melton, Savion Williams. The list just keeps going.
And this all comes on the heels of that absolutely crushing emotional collapse last week.
Ugh, the Bears game. The 22-16 overtime loss. They just completely fell apart.
They did. They blew a 16-6 lead. And how it happened, it just points to a team that's completely drained mentally and physically.
It was one mistake after another. The biggest one, of course, was Romeo Doubs bobbling that onside kick with under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, Chicago gets the ball back, marches down, ties the game. Doubs just said he misjudged it.
And that's the kind of play that special teams coaches, like Rich Bisaccia, have nightmares about. One single play, flipping a game.
It was a critical error, and what's worse is that teams were recovering those kicks over 90% of the time this season. To fail on a play with those odds, it feels like a total mental breakdown.
It didn't stop there, though. Even in overtime, Green Bay had a chance. They get the ball to the Bears' 36-yard line. And then the final dagger. Malik Willis fumbles the snap on 4th and 1. Turnover on downs. Game.
And he took the blame, said it was a miscommunication on the cadence. But you put the flu, the injuries, and that emotional hangover together, that's the weight this team is carrying into tonight.
Which, makes what we're actually seeing this game right now all the more interesting.
It's surprisingly high scoring, isn't it?
Very. We're looking at the live reports. It's 34-24 Ravens, deep in the fourth quarter with about 10 minutes left.
But the main story of this game isn't either of the backup quarterbacks. It's one guy just refusing to get old.
This is the King Henry show.
Absolutely. Derrick Henry is just dominating Father Time. He already has 3 rushing touchdowns tonight.
And with that, he's officially over 1,000 rushing yards for the season.
Yeah.
Just anchoring that Baltimore rushing attack.
He is. But, you have to give Malik Willis a ton of credit, too.
Oh, for sure.
Fighting through the illness, the shoulder. He's been really resilient. He had that beautiful 39-yard touchdown pass to Christian Watson.
And he's been using his legs. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns of his own. That mobility is such a good fit for LaFleur's offense. We saw it last week, too.
He did. But the fact that Green Bay's offense has put up 24 points is impressive. The problem is their defense. That 34-24 lead came on Huntley's last touchdown to Zay Flowers.
So the high score is really because Green Bay just cannot stop the run.
Not at all. They're getting dashed. And the thing is, Baltimore's vulnerable through the air. They're like 26th in the league against the pass, second to last in sacks.
So Green Bay should be able to slow them down.
They should, but their front seven is just getting manhandled. Henry is controlling the clock in the game.
And that failure on defense brings us to a really interesting long-term point. The way this roster is actually built.
Yes, the financial tightrope they're on. You really can't discuss the 2025 Packers without bringing up the Micah Parsons anomaly.
Right. For anyone who might not know, yes, in this timeline, Micah Parsons is on the Packers. He was just named to the 2026 Pro Bowl.
But getting him here came at a massive cost, both in dollars and in draft picks.
A huge cost. His cap hit for 2026 is almost $20 million.
And that's stacked on top of Jordan Love's number, which is over $36 million, and Rashawn Gary's, which is over $28 million.
So when you add all that up,
You're left with almost nothing. Their adjusted cap space for 2026 is barely $19 million. In today's NFL, that's a razor-thin margin. You can't really go out and get veteran help with that.
here's the kicker. To get Parsons, they traded their 2026 first-round pick to Dallas.
Exactly. So you see the holes on defense tonight with Henry just running all over them.
And you realize they have no first-round pick to go get an elite defender to fix it.
It means they have to hit absolute home runs in the later rounds of the draft. We're already seeing mock drafts with them targeting corners like Dalen Everett in the second round.
It's a really risky win-now strategy. They've backed themselves into a corner financially.
They absolutely have to win right now.
So let's bring it back to the present. What does this all actually mean for the playoffs? Because the great irony here is that even with the loss to Chicago and losing this game tonight, their ticket is already punched.
It is. They're in. Their 9-5-1 record was enough to clinch at least a wild card spot after the Lions lost to the Vikings on Christmas Day.
So they're sort of stumbling across the finish line.
Stumbling is the perfect word. Their hopes of winning the NFC North are on life support. They'd have to win out, and the Bears would have to lose their last two games.
Which is unlikely.
Very. Meanwhile, the Ravens are playing for their playoff lives. At 7-8, they have to win tonight to keep their own division hopes alive. Total desperation for them.
So for Green Bay, even if this ends up a loss, this game is still vital. It's about momentum, right? About proving they can bounce back from all this adversity before the playoffs start.
It is, and that's what brings us to the final, I think, the ultimate question for this team and this season.
Okay.
We've watched Jordan Love grow all year. He went from being this question mark to a legitimate, high-efficiency quarterback. The front office saw that and committed. They built this incredibly expensive all-in roster around him.
Investment of, like you said, over $36 million for him next year, plus trading away your future for a star defender.
Right. And now that team is just limping into the postseason. They're hurt, they're sick, their confidence is shot after that collapse. So if Love comes back healthy for the playoffs, a question for you to think about is this. Can he single-handedly stabilize this incredibly fragile team and deliver on that massive, high-risk investment? Or will this whole period of collapse, the injuries, the flu, the lost momentum, end up proving that the team's margin for error was just too thin? That they built their championship dream on a foundation that was just too fragile to survive the pressure when it mattered most?